January 8, 1981, in southern France.
There was only a single witness to that event. He was working in his small farm. Late one afternoon, he heard a whistling sound.
He looked up, and just above the trees was this strange craft. It descended and landed 30 feet away in his garden.
La forma c'était come se on posait deux assiettes, l'una sull'altra.
He told his wife about it in the evening, and she thought that he was joking. They went back in the morning to look at the area, and they found traces on the ground.
Sì, che il y avait le ronde. Tu vois, maintenant commence à revenir l'herbe, mais là, ils l'ont coupé beaucoup de fois. Et ici.
The scientists came out in a week or two, and they took further samples of soils. They also took samples of plants, and the analysis of the soil and plants were very interesting. They were carried out quite professionally, and there was evidence of compression of the soil, and there was a clear evidence of damage to the plants, the kind of injury that could happen because of heating, due to microwaves, for instance. So there was good physical evidence in that case, and moreover there were two kinds of physical evidence: injury, damage to the soil, and damage to the plants.
Despite the physical evidence, the small town of Trans-en-Provence labeled the farmer as a flying saucer fanatic.
Je peux pas dire que c'était une soucoupe volante, que c'était... J'ai vu quelque chose,
oui.
Il s'est posé, il est reparti. 17
That
di
day,
sera,
it was about 5 o'clock in the evening.
Così un oggetto non bene tanto identificato.
I was working in the fields when I saw a strange object.
Così mi sono avvicinato a circa 30 metri dall'oggetto.
I tried to get closer. I was about 30 meters from it when I saw it.
30-40 secondi che ho potuto
Only when it took off, 30 or 40 seconds later, could I really notice its shape and form.
It is probably the first time that after a very well characterized event concerning a UFO, there was a full scientific study showing that some changes were brought to the plants near the place where the UFO landed, and that these biochemical changes were decreasing with increasing distances from the trace, so that all the findings, the biochemical findings, could be put into equations and be mathematically characterized in a very accurate way. Then these findings were compared with the same result obtained several years later, so that these controls led us to realize that on the same area, 2 years after the event, all the findings, all the things were recovering a normal shape, a normal pattern of biochemical characteristics. So it's now possible to say that in time and in distance, all the biochemical findings are consistent with the description given by the witness. And it is probably the first time in the world, to my knowledge, that such a complete set of data has been obtained on such cases of UFO landing.
En effet, nous étions
In effect, we were in the presence of an unidentified phenomenon, which had been witnessed and that had left traces in the soil and surrounding environment.
sur le sol et l'environnement.